Here's how we're going to build a graph using these averages. First, you could select just the data, and even if the data are not all here, once these guys get numbers, the graph self-updates. It's kind of fun, kind of like magic happening. But you could select just the data, but you probably want to select also the data labels. Not necessarily the title of the, you could select this too, but normally you will see in the paper, in the directions on how to write the paper, the grading rubric, you will see that I say put under the figure a legend, which means this thing here that says average diffusion rate will actually go in the legend of the figure. It's not going to go like on top of the graph. So, okay, to draw the graph, you're going to select the data plus the data labels. So then you're going to, once you select that, you go insert, and let's see, chart, insert, column sheet. Oh, there you go, chart. We're going to do a column chart. So let's click column. And now it's saying, oh, look, I have all these other types of charts. Which one do you want? We're just going to do the simpler one. So let me undo that part. I just want the simplest chart right now. There you go. That's what we're going to end up with. And as I said, this chart title in the paper, it won't be in the chart. It will be under this, and it will say you're going to write figure 1, average diffusion rates, millimeters per minute. So this is now obsolete. We're going to get rid of that. So I just clicked on the chart title and I pushed delete on the keyboard. And so here's my graph with the data that I have right now. So let me move this here. No. Where did it go? So undo. Undo is great. I just wanted to move it right here so that I wanted to show you how about when this gets calculated. So I'm going to drag right. Watch what happens to the graph. It's kind of beautiful. Wow, I love it. You know, it does it on its own, but then I need to check, did I do the right thing? I double click and I go like, okay, divided by 30, divided by 30. Oh, the last one is still divided by 30. I want it divided by 90. So it's 11 divided by 90. All right, see, it fixed itself. So this is how you build the chart. This chart is not complete. It misses a few things. It needs an axis title here, an axis title in here. Let's see, the way you add, and different Excel versions put them in different places. And the Mac also puts them in different places. I think on the Mac, or I mean on numbers, which is kind of like the Excel for Mac, but not really. In numbers, you would like double click the chart, and you would have like a plus, and you could add the titles. But on Excel that I have here, let's see if it is insert cells. No, okay. First, I need to select the graph, and then it will let me do stuff to it. So let's see, was it format? No. This is yet a new or something, some version that I'm not super familiar with. Certain chart design. What I'm looking for is axis titles. Hey, great. This is what I was looking for. So here on chart, under chart design, and I think that the lab manual tells you the steps for an older version of Excel, but anyway, the one that I'm using is chart design, and even the older version, it also calls it add chart element. The other one was like layout or something like that, the older one. So if I clicked here on add chart element. Then I want these, axis titles. I want both of these. I'm going to show you one and you do the other one. So this is my horizontal one. This guy is 30, 60, 60, whatever. These are time intervals, and they're in minutes. So you will see on the grading rubric that I wanted to see the axis titles. The axis title has to have a unit next to it. So that's why I wrote minutes, because you know that those guys are minutes because you did the experiment. But if you're reading somebody else's paper, you don't want to have to go read all the instructions on how they did it. So you put right there the unit. That's how you build the chart. This chart is almost finished. It still needs the other title here. And if you remember, the numbers that this is using are the averages. So this is going to be the average diffusion rate in millimeters per minute. But when we look at averages, we see overall how the diffusion rate happened. And so we can see that overall the blue was faster than the orange. But we don't see the amount of variation in the data collected here. And that's when we are going to add error bars. And we are going to first calculate the standard deviation for each of these. And then when we have calculated the standard deviation, I'll show you how to add the error bars here.